Today's topic is nurturing curiosity through nature and music. We're going to look at ways to inspire creative thinking both inside and outside of your classroom. There is a significant relationship between curiosity and creativity. Young children are naturally curious about the world around them. They spend their days exploring with all 5 of their senses. It's innately human to be curious about the world. There are so many things to hear, taste, feel, touch, and smell. Nature is full of wonderful open-ended materials that spark a child's natural curiosity. Fallen logs can become an obstacle course, a dinosaur, a tree house, a balance beam, a canvas for art, or even a safe place to practice with hammers and nails. Twigs and leaves can become fairy houses, open-ended art projects, or even materials for a child-invented game. Rocks can be used to create patterns in the grass. They can be used to draw with mud on the sidewalk, or they could even be used as an instrument against a hard surface. Being outside is so good for children. It allows them to just be themselves. No rules, no pressure, just them and the big open sky. Children who spend a lot of time outside develop keen sensory skills. They are able to notice and categorize things from the natural world. They notice patterns in nature, differences, similarities, and anomalies. They learn how to care for plants and animals. They notice things outside that other people tend to miss, like the teeny tiniest spider hiding under the picnic table. They draw things in nature and keep collections of rocks and leaves and flowers. They identify plants and animals by their names. Instead of calling it a flower or a bug, they'll identify a daisy or a beetle. Children who play outside are deeply connected to their environment, and they are concerned for its well-being. They'll rescue a bug in your classroom instead of squishing it. They'll pick up trash on the playground instead of letting it blow away. Being outside helps children develop physically, socially, and emotionally. It helps them avoid childhood obesity and gives them an outlet to burn off some of that extra energy. Even babies benefit from being outside. Even if they are unable to walk yet, sitting outside on a blanket will help stimulate their senses. They'll feel the air against their skin. Their little eyes will learn to adjust to the differences between sunny and overcast days. By letting them be outside, you give them opportunities to hear, smell, and see the world around them. They'll probably even try to taste it, but I don't know that you want to let that happen. Take your babies on walks and point out the different things you see in nature. The birds, the flowers, and even other people who are passing by. Let them sit in the grass or lay on a cozy blanket. Bring little toys for them to play with outside, and even books to read. If you're working with toddlers, they need lots of unstructured time outside. They need the opportunity to be active and to develop their large muscles. There are so many ways you can encourage toddlers to play freely outside. Give them a bucket full of water and some paintbrushes and let them paint the sidewalk or even the side of the building. Sing songs together about the birds and the trees. Take them on a walk around the neighborhood, pointing out all the things you see. You could even do a nature scavenger hunt. Take them on a field trip to a local or state park. Try to get them outside every single day as long as the weather is safe. When I was teaching, we would even let the kids go outside in the snow. As long as it was safe and not too cold and everyone was dressed appropriately. If you can't get out in the snow, bring the snow inside. Fill up your sensory table with snow and offer food coloring so the children can create designs. When it's warm, let them play with sand and water. And let them mix it together. That's the best part. When sand and water mix, they create something totally new and super fun to explore. When preschool children play outside, they develop their physical capabilities even further. They learn how to swing and climb, They learn their own limits and they learn how to manage risk. Give them jump ropes and hula hoops, balls, scooters, and tricycles. Take them on a field trip to a national park. Explore the differences between different types of trees and animals. And create a classroom garden so they can come to understand how plants grow with sunshine and water. According to author Richard Loeb, children need to learn how to be constructively bored. Children who are constructively bored eventually turn to a book or build a fort or pull out the paints. This type of boredom fosters creativity as they're actively looking for ways to entertain themselves. He references a study conducted in the 1980s from the University of British Columbia. They looked at 2 Canadian towns, one with access to TV and one that did not have access. The children who grew up without TV scored significantly greater on their creativity tests, leaving researchers to believe that without TV, children become bored. And when they're bored, creative things happen. In previous lessons, we talked about the time that the average American child spends outside, 7 minutes per day. Richard Loeb speaks about a generation of children who aren't getting enough time outside and connected to nature. He refers to this idea as nature deficit disorder. Nature deficit disorder is the idea that human beings, especially children, are spending less and less time outside, and the belief that this change results in a wide range of behavioral problems. He offers us a variety of ways to help get children outside and connected to nature. I encourage you to try some this week with your little ones. In this lesson, we're also going to be looking at ways of how to spark curiosity through music. Music plays a crucial role in the development of a young child, socially, cognitively, and physically. When children experiment with singing, dancing, and playing musical instruments, they are gaining so much more than just musical skills. They are developing holistically. They are introduced to language and literacy through singing and reading music. They are introduced to math and reasoning through patterns and rhythms. Through dancing, they become coordinated and agile. Through playing musical instruments, they strengthen their hand-eye coordination, their fine motor strength, and their cognition. Music is a part of human nature. It tells stories of our people, and it allows us to tell stories of our own. Music gives us the opportunity to relate and connect with the world around us. You can spark musical curiosity by singing songs in your classroom. Sing songs when you're washing hands or lining up or cleaning up. Sing songs that teach content or help children regulate their behavior. Allow children to make up their own songs as a way to express themselves. Play games with music like the Hokey Pokey or London Bridge is Falling Down. Read song-based books like There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly. Invite parents to come sing songs from their own culture or songs in their home language. Create a class songbook of your favorite songs, or create a playlist to send home with your children. Bring in instruments for the children to play with, or invite parents or community members who play to come and accompany your kids for special recitals or events. When I was teaching, I would bring in my banjo, and we would go caroling at the nearby nursing home for the holidays. We'd make them Valentine's cards and sing them songs. I have never witnessed so much joy in one room. Give children the chance to make their own instruments. They can make drums out of boxes or cymbals out of metal pie plates. They can even make little guitars out of pencil boxes and rubber bands. And give them props like ribbons or scarves or streamers to dance with. These props exaggerate children's movement and help them in their creative dance. You don't have to know how to play an instrument to implement music in your classroom. In fact, you don't even have to be a great singer. The children will never know. Just be open and give it a try. You'll be glad you did.